So once you pry the door away and you get away from all these body clips here, I'll show you here so you can see how many there are. So 3 down the left, 2 across the top, well, or 4 across the top, depending how you look at it, and then 3 more up the bottom side. And then here's the door handle. And what I did, I had to pull the metal rod out of this plastic clip and then work it downward, actually downward, out of this retaining hole. And this is what you end up with. And then this here is just a moisture barrier that you can peel back and get to the regulator inside. This is the regulator we'll be putting in, and I am zoomed out as best I can, so forgive me, I'm working with a little flip cam. But here is the motor, and here is actually the rail that will be installed vertically in the door, if you can see that. And it is in this piece right here where the window will attach, and we'll move the window up and down along this track. So we're talking about, I'll lay this out here, we're talking about getting rid of 2 screws at the top, 1 screw at the bottom, and then 3 screws holding the motor in place. And that's once the door panel comes off. So let's start with the door panel. Door panel is held in place by only 2 screws. One is down here in your door handle, Phillips head, and the second is in this spot hidden in your door handle, and this little cap will come off with your finger. But once those screws are out, you'll need to pry the door away from the door panel, and door panels are only held in place with these push pins, and you can use anything to get them. I bought this tool, $5 at Advanced Auto, and you could slide it in from the side, pry away from the door. So remember, this is backwards because I'm showing you the back of the door. So you're basically going to pull towards yourself and pry this away from the door, but pop these out one by one until the door panel separates and comes right off. And the reality is, you don't need a $5 fancy looking tool that felt like it was going to bend anyway. You could do it with a screwdriver once you get the first one out. I started up here in the top left of the door, and once you get that top piece out, you can just pull your way around the door and work the door free. And when that happens, the next tool that you're going to really be concerned with is a 10mm socket. And well, I'm sorry, I jumped ahead. So you need to wiggle the door lock knob out from the door frame, and you'll have to detach the rod in here that holds the this is where the door release would be, and this would open the door. So once you've detached that and you've been able to pull the door panel away, what you're left with is this vapor shield right here that's really just glued in place, and you can work your way around and pull that off. I've actually done a little bit of this in preparation of the video. And don't worry about your speaker, you're not going to go down so far as to really move your speaker. So here's the bottom screw for the rail, here are the top screws for the rails, here's the 3 screws for the motor. And really the hardest part about this is going to be getting the glass detached from the clip. And here's the hard part about that. You need to, now mine happens to be free falling, so you need to get it down here until this is positioned through this small hole, and then you can go in here with a flathead screwdriver, push that clip to the right, and disconnect the glass from the clip. I hope that's showing up on cam because it's a sunny day and my screen's not showing up. But you'll see a small wire clip here. I'll go ahead and show it to you on the new one. So this is the back side. So this is how you see it looking through the door right here. And you'll need to pull this clip right here to the right to disengage the glass. Once the glass is disengaged, you can undo the screws and you can work your way, work these components out the side portal here on the door, and then just assemble in reverse order. So I'm going to give that a try. You don't need to watch me turn screws. I'm sure you know how to do that. 10mm socket will be perfect for these. And then once we're done, I'll come back and show you. Okay, I want to show you what was wrong. What we had, and in pieces, and what we should have had. And I will tell you, the hardest part about this so far has been disconnecting the wire harness. So what I did is I clipped the wire harness right off of the motor so I could get the regulator assembly out of the door. Then I just stuck it through this hole here and was able to pry up the clips and separate the two connectors. So now all I'm going to do is go ahead and put this back together in reverse order. One thing I do want to show you, and the question comes up, is how does the glass connect to the regulator? And I hope it shows up, but there's just this little pin right there that's mounted to the bottom of the glass, and that pin is what's going to go into this clip here on the regulator, and then be held in place when this wire clip is pushed back in. Now it is in now. We're going to be pulling this clip out. This clip here is going to be pulled out. The pin will go in here, and then when the clip goes in, that pin will be settled in between those two wire clips, or two wires of the clip, and that's what secures the glass to the regulator, allowing it to go up and down. So at this point, it's kind of self-explanatory. I'm just going to put everything in the reverse order. Plug in the power harness and reassemble. Kind of simple. Doesn't even need much more explanation. So I will just make sure that nothing else goes wrong, and then I'll come back to follow up the video. It was actually quite simple. Okay, everything went back together just as I thought it would. Just go in reverse order. One thing I did not point out is that there's a clip right here to the side that holds the, I think it's called an uptake tube. No big deal, just wanted to make sure I included that to be thorough. Went back together exactly as I thought it would in reverse order. The only thing I do want to point out is before you bolt down this vertical rod, make sure that this tube actually comes on this side of the rod and not behind it like that. That would be bad, and this would be good. The reason for that is that if it's on the other side of that rod, it may interfere with the window going up and down. But other than that, 6 bolts went right back together. $120 in parts, probably a $500 repair at the shop. So not too painful, a little bit greasy, and really, again, the hardest part of it was figuring out how the wiring harness came apart, because the connector's so big you don't know where the connection starts and ends. But this is it. This is coming off of the motor. So everything else besides that is wiring harness inside the vehicle. Alright, so hope this video is of value. I'll edit together. Hopefully help you save some money as you work and keep your Jeep rolling on the road. Thank you.